Hey there, Ranger Nation. It's Nate, and this is another live tour review brought to you by the Webcast with Attitude LR4. And guys, last time we did a review was on the Deluxe Orca Booster 5050, and but this has to do with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition line. We reviewed the Morpher from that line, but today I went to Target and got the Reignition Blade Blaster. So let's look at this bad boy right here. Of course, you know they have a try me.
Attack them! Power up! Let's take them down! It's morphin' time! Lock on and fire! Power up! Blade blasters up!
Theme song to it.
Blade blasters up! Let's blast them! Let's blast them! Lock on and fire! Power up! Let's take them down! Time to beat these beasts!
Yeah, so basically some of them have the exact same sounds except the blaster. Let's see, hold on.
Master on! It's morphin' time! Pterodactyl! Let's take them down! Time to beat these beasts!
There's that right there.
Saber-tooth tiger!
So basically the exact same stuff. So they have over how many sounds do they say they have on here? It's like over 20 plus phrases and effects. So yeah, it's just basically that's what it is. So I do like the box art. For those of you that like to keep the box and stuff like that, these more likely you really won't be able to keep the box because for display purposes, unless you buy another one, which I don't plan on buying a second Blade Blaster just to display it in the box and then all that stuff. So yeah, but buying a second Blade Blaster just to display it in the box. So yeah, it's just, you know, that's just my part on how I feel about, you know, doing all that fun stuff with the Blade, with, you know, toys and everything. But yeah, so sorry guys, I was just checking something. So let's go ahead and hold on. Share this with somebody else too. Yeah, I'll send this then. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at the box art. I do like how they have all 5 Power Rangers on the side. I like the artwork. The Reignition logo is awesome looking. Nothing different from what we've seen. I like the green, like basically the retro green look to the box art like they've had in the past during the 90s. And this is brought to you by Cane's. No, it's not. I don't have a sponsor. We don't have a sponsor on this channel. That'd be awesome though. So yep, you got the little Blade Blaster, and then, you know, has lights and sounds, all that fun stuff. Warning for kids. The batteries, yeah. So they do include the batteries, and let's see. Swallow battery cells or coin battery can internal chemical burns in as okay. So hopefully they have a switch on here we can turn it off and on to save the batteries like they did with this Power Morpher right there. So on the side, we got all 5 Rangers, which I think that's awesome looking. You guys can see that. That's so cool. And then in the back, you've got a little bit of a bio right here saying the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers are 5 ordinary teenagers chosen to receive amazing abilities. They summon the spirits of their mighty dinosaurs and morph into incredible Power Rangers. When evil aliens loom large, the dinosaurs combine to form an even more powerful, colossal battle machine, the Megazord. So right there, you got the mode you can turn it into. Got blaster mode, and then when you pull it out, shows you how to basically do it. We'll be showing that off in a bit. And then right there, you got a QR code right there. And then you got all, they do sell the dinosaurs individually. So if you guys want to get the dinosaurs, you just have to look for them at Walmart or something like that. And there's the Morpher, which I got before. Yeah, so let's take a look at the, and then on the, we did the side and all that stuff, and the logo's on there. On the bottom, got a logo on this bottom, and there's another QR code. So I think that's the exact same thing. Let's see. Only one way to find out. All right, let's try this sucker out. Here we go. Then goes to the website. Okay, kindly leave a photo. All right, so this is awesome. So I didn't know this. You can actually, on the bottom QR code right there, you can give your first name, email, and the title, the review, and a little description. So yeah, basically if you do that QR code, this comes up. And the other one goes on the back, goes straight to the website. Okay, here we go. Yep, goes straight to the website right there, guys. You see that? So they have two different barcodes on the bottom, one on the bottom and the side. So yeah, this is licensed by Hasbro. So there you go. So let's go ahead and get this out. This is the box cutter I used to use. I have my other box cutter at work, so let's try to open this up. Try not to destroy this box. Oh. They really know how to seal this, so careful. And if you get these for your kids, because these are mainly made, they're mainly for good to know. Enjoy that pizza before going to the bar. So let's see. Make sure you have your parents open this up because, you know, you want to be very careful when you open this up. So, and then there's more. They make you work for this thing, I swear. So there are more ways to open it. I'm trying to open it without actually damaging the box, but I'm not going to keep the box. I just don't want it to be a big mess. So, as usual. There you go. All right, and then you got this part right here. I know the instructions are on the bottom, which shows you how to turn into blade mode and blaster mode, all that fun stuff. So let's see. Part come out? Hold on. All right, this is so confusing with how they have this set up. All right, so there's another way to open it. Yes, it is. Let's see. Okay. Okay. All right. Basically, that's how you get it out. Well, that was okay. That was different. All right. And then you've got the little zip ties in the back. But what I do is I just cut it with the scissors right here. So these scissors are pretty heavy duty. So there we go. So right there. Come on. There we go. And more scissors right here. More zip ties. There we go. Look at that. It's a pretty nice size for a toy. I don't see a switch to turn off and on, which I think they should have had that on here. I think that's my biggest gripe is they don't have a switch. At least I don't think they do. Let me look at the instructions. Let's see. Because if you want to, let's see, this is another blade blaster. Prevent injury. Yeah, okay. Let's see. It should have something. Whoops. There's got to be a switch to turn this off. Nope. Doesn't look like this comes with a switch with it, which I think is kind of odd. They should have added a switch to it so it can preserve the batteries. That's my biggest gripe, is that, you're doing a kid's toy like this, you don't want to have this on constantly, because then it wears the batteries down, and then could really, and then you have to spend the money to get new batteries. So, but oh well.
Power up!
So basically, I don't think it has a different mode where it changes to try me mode and all that stuff. So that's the sound you make, and then you got
It's
the
morphin' time!
so the light is like right
Power up!
up here.
Time to beat these beats!
The speaker's on the bottom.
Blade blasters up! Power up! Let's blast them! Let's blast them! Lock on it, kids! Let's take them down!
I mean, the phrases are fine. I just think that it would be a lot better if this had the blaster sounds.
Let's blast them! Time to beat these beats!
Because that I mean, that'd be cool. They would have had a switch where you're like, okay, without the phrases, you could just turn it to that one, and then just pew, 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 or something like that.
Lock on it, fire! Let's blast them!
So, but that's just my little gripe on it. It is a kid's toy, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. So usually the blade would come out on the bottom. Back in the 90s, you actually had to physically try to grab the blade and then fold it out. But with the Legacy Blade Blaster, they actually had a little bit of a thing that you just press down and then the blade popped out. But with this one, pull that out like so, and then put this down. I think I don't know if there's another way of doing this. I think you have to do it like that. Yep, clicks. And it gives you, and you got a good handle in there. It's, your hands can fit in there pretty good. Got some new sounds.
Let's take them down!
Turn the light off a little bit. Let's turn the light down a little bit to get a little bit more of the effect for it. There we go. See this is.
It's morphin' time! Lock on and fire!
So the Blade Blaster,
Blade blasters up!
yeah, nice light. The blade usually on the show is more of a grayish plastic, but this is a good rubber material, and this is plastic right here. So I guess, that way, because, if kids are playing, you're not going to want to hurt. You don't want to like, bam, bam, beat somebody with it. I mean, I'm sure it still will hurt, but I'm not saying like, hey, come here, sis, bam, bam, bam. It's got a good grip to it. You can still put like all your fingers through this. For a kid's toy, it's pretty good. I just wish they would have had some sort of switch. Now, I did see the review on somebody doing this. So if you want to put it in, there is a way to put it in holster mode, but you gotta. So yeah, whoops. There is a way to do it. You just got to be careful. It's also when you do this. So I guess, there's a way to do it in holster mode. You guys got to be very careful. So it does go, you can put it into holster mode that way. So, yep. It can go into holster mode. It sticks out just like that, though. And the blade can come out if you pull it, but you got to be careful. So if you want to do it, again, you're going to have to, you might get stuck. But, okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that. There we go. So for holster mode, the blade's like that. He did show you how to do that. Might be a little bit of a struggle. Okay, I might have done something wrong. So the blade does go back out. You're gonna have to push it back in somehow to. So yeah, I think I did something stupid. So it would have been nice if they did include a holster mode, but you can turn it into holster mode. You just got to be very careful when you do it. Don't be like me. So yeah, there you go. All right, just pull it out. You gotta be very gentle. I did something wrong. I know I did something wrong. So yeah. So yeah, it's gonna. I should have been very careful when I did this. Let's do it again. So I must have done something wrong. I know you can turn it into holster mode, but with me, I guess you had to be very careful. Let's see if I can just try to get this blade out. Great, look at that. That was my mistake. So, yep, it can go in. You can put it in a holster mode, but you got to try to be very careful when you're trying to put it back into holster mode, back into blade mode. So you just got to try to make sure like that, okay? And then you can just maybe let you. Let's see if I can, let's see. Okay, is designed to collapse to prevent injuries. To reset blade. Okay, so yeah. So it is to prevent injuries. To reset blade, pull blade out fully length by hand. So I'm doing. There we go. Now it's supposed to. Well, that didn't really work, did it?
Power up! Time to beat these beasts!
Okay, there we go. So yeah, it can go fully back in, but to prevent injuries, it can click like that. But if you want to take it out, you're going to have to physically pull it out like so. You can put it in blade. Can put it in that mode, but you got to be very careful. There is an instructions that is designed to collapse if it prevent injury. So go like that, and then you got to pull with your hands to extend the blade like so. Just don't break it. Don't break it. That's all I got to say. But you can put it in there. This part right here goes. So you can actually just, if you do you do press it like so. So yeah, this is blade mode, okay? But if you wanted to go back in the gears, it's supposed to collapse to prevent injuries like so. But to fully extend the blade, you have to pull it with your hand. Be careful. There we go. So it does go back in the blade mode. There is a way to turn into holster mode. Just do it that way. Or you can do it like this in the holster mode. It's not really a real good holster mode, but I don't know. I mean, you can turn into holster mode by doing it this way, but that would look ridiculous. So if you want to turn into holster mode, you just have to. You'd have to actually put it up like this, and then it will collapse, prevent injuries. Like basically, you press it like this. If you press it, it will collapse in. Blade can stick out just a little bit. That helps, but I would recommend,
Let's blast them! Let's blast them! Lock on and fire!
So to get it back out, you have to grab the tip of it like so in order to extend it. Again, be very careful when you do this. Because it makes a clicking noise. So it should be back into place. Just pop the blade out a little bit and just, grab it with your hand. So basically, don't be stupid and use your brain when you do this. There we go. So yeah, it is able to collapse, so that's a good sign. And I just think it would have been better. It was designed to collapse, but I think it's odd because, you know, if you do this, if you like do that, I mean, it can be in holster mode, but I do think it's very weird how they have that design like that. It's very odd. It's very odd. So there we go. Ugh, I don't like that sound. I don't like the sound of that. So then it tracks back into the gears. I mean, I think the design flaw is that they should have had a way of making sure that the blade, you don't have to worry about if it collapses and stuff like that. So basically, just say you hit that and it starts collapsing a little bit at the same time, just pull it out like that. Yeah. Design to collapse. So yeah, you can collapse the blade to prevent injuries because that says right there. So yeah, but with me, I think it's kind of weird that they decide to go with this design and just, I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like how you can pull the blade out like that and then just click it into place like that. That is pretty cool. But for people that want to cosplay, you're going to have it just the blade sticking out and it'll look ridiculous. So if you want to, you can just try to have it like that. And then there you go. But you got to make sure to be careful when you pull out the blade because there's going to be a little bit of click there. And then to make sure it resets in there for blaster. Yep, and that should not come out, but oh, there it is. But you know, for a toy, it's really cool. I like it. You know, for people that want to collect these, great. But I do think my biggest issue is that, you know, yeah, it's designed to collapse, but you think if they want to do like a holster mode, they would have came up with a little bit of a better idea for that. Because they do have 3 different modes. They've got the blade mode, blaster mode, and then, you know, they do have the holster mode where the blade goes in. So I guess that's considered the holster mode, but yeah. Again, this is a cool toy. Can be for collectors. You just have the blade sticking out, though. I mean, unless if you want to display it with the blade in like that, that's your decision right there. But if you want the blade out, you're going to have to pull it out like so, and it'll be making click noise. Be very careful just when you pull it. Like I said, yep. So yeah, I do think it's a weird design, but either way, still a fun toy. It's got a good grip to it for a kid's toy.
It's morphin' time. Let's take him down.
Blade blasters up.
Blade blasters up. Let's blast him.
So if you pull it right there, it does make noises. So yeah, it's pretty
Lock
cool.
on and fire. Power up. Let's take him on the beep.
But yeah, just have to pull it out even further. If you pull this blade right, the blade But yeah, collectors, like I said, for display purposes, the blade can stay out like that, or if you want to, turn to blaster mode and have it displayed like this. So anyway, I'm still glad that I have the Legacy Blade Blaster. Don't plan on ever getting rid of that because I do like the Legacy Blade Blaster. But this is a cool toy. Too bad that. Let's see. Hold on. I mean, it's designed to collapse, so that's a good sign. I just collapse that further. Let's see. There we go. Should be enough. And collapsible mode, and then like that. So anyway, cool. Like it. And how can you not like that theme song? You think it's odd that they, when you do that, make that noise? Is it fully extended? That's the question. You think you'll make like a ching, ching, ching noise, but it doesn't. Gotta put on the blade. Very odd, but anyway, if you guys want to check out where you can buy this, I did put a link directly to the Playmates website for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition line. So if you want to buy it there, you can look for it. If it's available on Amazon or Walmart or Target, that's the places where you're going to be able to find this. Supposed to. I gotta pull it. How far is this blade supposed to go? I guess that's how far it's supposed to be out. I guess it's supposed to be the length. I hope. Let's see.
Let's take him down. Time to beat these beasts. Look on it, fire. Power up.
I don't know. I hope I didn't do anything to mess this up, but does it have the blade out? So they don't really, I don't know. I think they have like some, I think they have like a sensor where you could just like slash. Nothing.
Lock on, it's morphin' time. Let's take him down. Power up. Let's blast them. Lock on and fire.
Cool if they hold the button down, you do
Time
that.
to beat these beasts.
No, nothing. So, but yeah, I would definitely recommend you buying this if you want to add it to your collection of Mighty Morphin stuff that you already own. So yeah. And guys, for those of you who have like I said before, we are doing our LR4 Morphin Mystery Box contest. It will run until the 20th of this month. So guys, once the 20th hits at midnight, we will be shutting it down. We won't be accepting any more entries for the messages. And once that, we will announce our winner on a episode of LR4, which will be in November. And guys, make sure to get your entries in. If you follow us on our LR4, if you follow us on the Facebook page, Make sure you get your entries in. Like I said, we are doing this for overseas and everything and the US. But anyway, guys, that's it. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay more phenomenal. And as Zordon always says, may the power protect you. And remember, once a ranger, always a ranger. And
It's morphin' time!
legends never die. Have a good night, everybody.